What up guys, Cruising here, and as you can see in today's video, I'm going to be going over my Glock 20 build that I have going on here. As you can see, got the Glock 20 Gen 5, the Surefire X300 Ultra. I got the Type A on this one, so there's no screw on this one. And I got the Steiner MPS and FDE. We're clear. And on the grip, I have the Talon grips on there. I have the SLR Rifle Works magwell right there. And for the plate, I have the C&H precision plate. I went ahead, I changed the sights out. See, there's the red dot, but changed the sights out for some True Glow sights right there. As you can see right there, the Co-Witness. Let me see if I get closer here. Personally, when I co-witness, I like to have my sights as low as possible. Like, I know some people, they like to run the suppressor sights and you can see them in the window of the optic, but I like to keep mine as low as possible. So that's how I have mine set up. Just like that. Also, I used to run this handgun here in my home defense rotation. That's why I have the Ultra on it. But I started thinking about it and, you know, I think 10mm might be a little too much for what I need for home defense, so I switched over to 9mm for that. I still use my Glock 20. I still use 10mm. It's a good round. It's one of my favorite rounds, as you can see here. Got some MagTech. I got AAC. And for the defensive loads, I got some Underwood ammo here, 10mm. Jacket hollow points, 150 grain. If you want like actual true spec, truly loaded 10mm, I recommend Underwood. I noticed that everything you would buy from the store, you know, like Blazer, Federal, especially Winchester White Box, they seem to be loaded down a bit. It's like you're shooting 40 Smith & Wesson, and it's like, well, at that point, you're better off just buying a 40 Smith & Wesson than actually buying a 10mm and buying loaded down 10mm ammo. So I recommend if you want something actually 10mm, you go to Underwood. As you see here again, that's what I'm running here for the hollow points. I got these for a really good deal. I think I paid, it was either $16.99 or $18.99 for each box of those Underwood hollow points. That was a while ago. I ordered a bunch of them, so I have a couple boxes of that left over. So if you're shopping for 10mm, you want something fully loaded, or sorry, you want something actually loaded to 10mm spec, I recommend Underwood. And then sometimes you get a really, like a crazy good deal on Underwood ammo, so look around for that too if you're trying to buy some ammo and stock up. But here on the Glock 20, I also brought the 19X out here so we compare. You can see the size difference there. You hear the grips rubbing together. That's about the size difference there. Let me see if I can move this here. Just like that. And then I have my dial calipers here. Let's see. Okay. Let's measure this. As you can see, that's what we're working with. A little over an inch. Glock 20 slide. A little over an inch as well. Bit of a difference there. One thing I've noticed about the Gen 5 Glock 20 over the Gen 3, for everyone that doesn't know, I had a Gen 3 Glock 20 at one point. What was it? It was a Gen 3 Glock 20 SF. I got rid of that thing and I replaced it with the Gen 5 because around that time I got a Gen 5 Glock 19 and I realized how much more I liked the Gen 5 over the Gen 3, so I switched over to Gen 5. And I noticed with the Gen 3, I didn't really care for the finger grooves. I know some people really like it, that's why they praise it so much. For me, I was better off without them, so I went over the Gen 5. That was another big thing. And another big thing I've noticed with the Gen 3 compared to the Gen 5 is the Gen 5, like you see right here, it has a much stronger recoil spring than the Gen 3. Like the Gen 3, it felt like it felt like this 19X, like it just barely, like it didn't take much force at all. It didn't take much force at all. And on the Gen 5, it takes way more force. So that was a big difference. I know that helps with certain ammo loadings, so that's why they do that. But yeah, I haven't been posting much recently. I think it's been like a month, a little over a month since my last video. But I'm going to start posting here more soon. And I'm going to do some more reviews, long-term reviews, that kind of thing. Maybe some other stuff. I'll see what's in store. But if you liked the video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe.